The chief guest is a head teacher. The rest he will be telling you. He's a head teacher, but he's my friend and he's my mentor. Whatever you see me doing in Nkoma, it is him. It is one of them. So, at this time, allow me to welcome our chief guest, our guest speaker. You're welcome. These are the seniors that applaud you. Ready to receive your package. I know you are not, at the end of the day, you will not remain the same. It's impossible. You can't remain the same. So, thank you for coming. You're welcome, sir.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Round of applause. The flattery he has done, you just ignore. It's okay? Just ignore. But it's my friend, I know. And I don't know quite many people here. Actually, I don't know many people here. I think I know only him and him. And possibly you now. But like I said, he said, let me tell you myself. And I request only one or two things. Kindly give me your ear. One thing I guarantee, when you listen to me, you will never remain the same. And that's what I guarantee. And I've moved to over 300 audiences, 300 audiences, whether they are students, whether they are parents, whether they are executives of companies, whether they are politicians, I've moved to them. Today I'm here, over the weekend I'm going to Uganda. Then the other week I'm going to Kampala High School. Then the other day I'm going to talk to executives from Ministry of ICT Guidance and Counsel. So, I only request one thing, your ears. It's okay? Now, this is me. A warm welcome to you all. I'd like to thank you for coming for this workshop. And also wish, most sincerely thank you, Mr. Teacher. Give him a round of applause for real. There are not very many teachers who do this, by the way. Not very many. And it's something I've seen different, Mr. Congress, that you invite people of over 50 years. I like that. And by the way, I think I'm the most qualified to be here because I'm 59 years. Next year, around this time, I'll have retired. And I'll change my journey. And it is amazing. It's very amazing. You don't believe what you're going to hear, but that is the truth. So I thank you so much, Mr. Kawanguzi, and your team for this organization of this workshop. I strongly believe Mr. Kawanguzi and his team wish all of you very well. That's why this workshop was organized. Together, we are going to do a lot of free things. We are going to do a lot of learning, and that's what I guarantee. We are going to do a lot of free learning, that's what I guarantee. We are going to do a lot of what? And learning. We are going to learn new things here. Today, we are going to learn what? New things here. And we are going to relearn. We are going to learn again things your mother, your father, your sheikh, your pastor, your head teacher, your commissioner, your tutor in college taught you long ago, and you possibly ignored them. You are going to relearn them today, as long as you have a positive heart. And finally, there are things you are going to unlearn. And learning means there are things you have learned over time. And this is the moment. It's a golden opportunity. It's a golden opportunity for for some of us to learn, rather to unlearn some of these things. And I'll mention one thing. I just want to mention one thing. Time management. Over time, many of us have failed to manage time. Over time, how I wish people unlearned poor time management. And I'll tell you why. Mr. Kawans called me and told me. And I told him, I keep time. This is what I told you. I said, I keep time. By 4 a.m., I was awake. I jumped on the taxi at 5 a.m. The taxi left at 6. By exactly 9:48, I was here. Let's begin at exactly 10. And I'm beginning at around midday. It's unfortunate for me, and I feel so bad. I feel so bad, so disheartened, and so disappointed that I'm going to start 2 hours late. But let me tell you one thing, as colleagues, is it okay? Is it okay? For the last 34 years I've worked, I wake up every day between 4 and 5 a.m. Between 4 and 5 a.m., that is what I do. And every day I pray to God not to let me down. And this is what I do before I leave for work. 15 minutes, I drink water. Hot water. I put there lemon. I put there cloves. I put there honey. I put there melon. I put there aloe vera. I put there turmeric. 9 things. For 15 minutes, that's what I do every day. And for 15 minutes, I'm doing physical exercises every day. After that, for 15 minutes, I'm praying to the Almighty to guide me, to give me wisdom. At exactly 6, I must be leaving for the workstation, which is about 25 kilometers from my home. I have never arrived in my office beyond 7 a.m. Never. Not in my life. Never. And I will never. Because I know the benefits that accrue to somebody who comes to what? To work early. It is in the scriptures. Whether it's the Bible, whether it's in the Quran, it is there. It is in the scriptures. It is there. I wish people adopted this kind of thing. I've never been for an appointment in this world. Never. Never. Not me. I cannot. Because I know the beauty of being on what? An appointment. But let me go on. Together we are going to do a lot of learning, relearning, and learning if there's benefit from this workshop. And also make sure we climb. My work is to make you climb the next level. This one. And we are going to climb. I want you to be ready to move together. We are going to climb. Are we ready? We are going to climb the next level. That's what I guarantee. We must. Now, if you are to move benefit from this workshop and also move the next level in our careers, mark the words I use, in our careers and in our personal development. I'm not going to talk about the stream of work because there is a dose, isn't it? Not even the lesson plan, that is not my work. My work is to make sure you appreciate your role as what? My name is Mr. Sultan Muhammad, 59 and 1 month years old. My profession is teaching, and I've done it for the last 34 years in 4 schools. Mainly Kalima Senior Secondary School, Siwangala Memorial Senior Secondary School, Kampala High School, and now Nkoma Senior Secondary School. My occupation now is being a head teacher. And I've been a head teacher for the last 23 years. 23 years. From Mende Kalema, from Sirwanga Rwanga, Kampala High School, and Boma Senior Secondary School. In all the schools I have been a head teacher. And I'll tell you the reason. I'm going to give you the medicine and the root this afternoon. What else do? I do farming. I have goats. I rear goats. And I have visions I'm going to tell you and tell you this. Is it okay? I rear chicken. I grow cassava. I grow sweet potatoes. I grow maize. I rear rabbits. I'm a motivational speaker. I'm an inspirational person. I'm a counselor. I'm very passionate about education and parenting. Very passionate. You find very people who are very passionate about education and parenting like me. I also do the following businesses. I have a mobile money service business. I'm an agent banker. I have a stationery shop. I buy books. I have a pay machine. And I have the following skills. I have communication skills. My authority is speaking. I'm a great listener, I'm a great speaker, I'm a great writer, and my body language is strong. I don't walk like this. I walk with speed and with energy, and I'll tell you the reason as we go along. I have negotiation skills. I can negotiate deals. I have problem solving skills. I have decision making skills. I have skills of empathy. I have emotional intelligence. I have soft skills. And I have self-discipline. Somebody will ask me, how did you learn all these skills? Let me show you. How? In the first instance. And that will be our great lesson for today. This is how I learned all these skills. They're not taught anywhere. Because I did not teach me any of this. And for many of you. This is how I learned the skills. Now, one, by doing effective duty in school. And this is what I tell teachers everywhere I go. That even doing duty for 1 week in a school per term, these are the skills you learn. And the skills are handed. You will need them wherever you go if you want to move from one level to what? To another in this earthly world. Possibly in the other one. But in this world, the skills are handed. They have made me climb ladders to speak to people I had never thought I would speak to. I have moved to places. I've gone to America, I've gone to Dubai, I've gone to Kenya, I've gone to London because of what? These skills. How I wish you develop these skills. By, for instance, doing a duty for a week. You would learn, one, communication skills. Because you are communicating, you are listening to students from morning up to what? Up to evening, listening to their problems, isn't it? You learn how to communicate. Number two, you learn to speak because you are communicating on the assembly. Now and again, is it okay? Now and again, you are communicating. You are listening to people. You are listening to the head teacher. You listen to the deputy. You listen to the dose. You listen to the class teacher. You listen to even to the askari. You listen to parents. You learn to listen. A communication skill. It is handy. You learn to speak because you are speaking to students, you are speaking to head teachers, you are speaking to fellow teachers, you are speaking to the teaching staff, you are speaking to everybody. You learn to do what? To speak. You learn to write because sometimes you can even write a parcel. You write to the head teacher, you write to everybody. Now, these skills can only be learned by practice. Now we're talking about communication skills. Number two, you learn problem solving what? Skills. Because you're solving school problems. Because you're solving school problems. Now and again, there is no water. The seniors are shouting. These ones are doing this. In the kitchen, there's a problem. There is this problem. So you learn how to solve what? Problem. Through 6 steps, gathering information. What would be the problem? Why are the students not having what? Lunch, isn't it? Why is lunch delayed? Number 2, what is the information behind? What is the problem? There's no water. Number 3, what are the alternative solutions? Is it okay? Those are problem skills. Then, what is the best solution now? Can you implement that one? Then you monitor and you evaluate. Those are problem solving skills. You can only learn them by practice. Number 3, you learn decision making skills. You learn how to make what? Decision. And I wish teachers could adopt this. I'm telling you, whether you're 60 years to Mimiza, you can live for the next 40 years in this world. And that's what I guarantee. You learn decision, how to take decisions through the same steps. What is the problem? The problem is this. Why is it happening? You look for information. What do we do? We can have this. What is the best solution to do this? Can we implement? Then you tell somebody, the teacher says, please, kindly monitor and make sure the students do what? Have supper, isn't it? And then we evaluate. Those are decision-making skills, and very few people in this world have them. Number 4, you learn negotiation skills. You learn how to negotiate with the head teacher, with the deputy, with the head of department, with the director of studies. These are skills you learn when you practice them. You learn soft skills, saying thank you. Soft skills. Please, kind. Maybe even if I'm talking to senior ones in my school, wanting them to clean the compound, I only say, can you kindly do this? Let's do it together. Let's speak together. Let's hug each other. They'll do it without a lot of problems for you. Other than you getting a stick and say, if you don't do this, I'm going to do what? Clean me. You learn negotiation skills. I'm talking about a teacher who does duty, effective duty in a week. Then you learn self-discipline. Self-discipline, regulating yourself. You learn how to regulate yourself. I'm telling you, challenges in this world are those ones which teach us these what? Skills. You only grow these skills when you are challenged. I don't know what that's true. Your character, your personality, your attitude, your values, your self-discipline, your self-control, your skill of empathy can only grow if you are challenged. I wish you were challenged. Because you are in a comfort zone, nothing is challenging you, you have failed to learn these skills. I'm sorry I'm going to be very blunt, okay? Never to my to come and you get what you get off me. You rise up to the what? To the occasion. Is it okay? So, self-discipline, you learn skills of empathy. Putting yourself in other people's shoes. Put yourself in the shoes of that child who comes late to what? To school. And it is raining at 8:30. Then he says, my mother was what? Sick. It was raining. Is it okay? You develop that sense. That is the skill of what? Empathy. You develop these things when you do what? Duty. Your attitude of the school life will change because you are going to put yourself in the shoes of the head teacher. Your attitude will have to change about the school. When you go for any interview, long after you have left Nkoma secondary school, the last question when you are doing interviews is always, what other skills do you want? They have never asked, they have never told you whether you are teaching good history or no. Because even the Lupe can teach history and mathematics and geography and commerce, but nobody, not a Lupe cannot explain this. When you go for an interview, and I have a master's in human resource, I'm a human resource consultant. I'm a life coach. Is it okay? The last question you always ask, what other skills do you what? Then somebody said, I'm a very good teacher of history. No government, but look at this. You cannot teach history. That is what we are trying to what? To do. We are asking about other skills you have developed over what? Time. Now I've given you that. First, make sure you do what? By the way, when you reach this stage of 50 and above, you must become a coach of the others. You must become a mentor. You must become a role model. You must become a counselor. You must. At least, if you have tried to drop this what? But if you are 50 and above, but you are behaving like somebody who just completed what? School. I am telling you. Let me tell you this before I go. In this world, in this earthly world, in this what? Earthly world, everybody in this world was born with what? With a talent. Even you, teaching history, geography, mathematics has never been your talent. And the way to go with it. In any case, it might be your plan B. To a young what we call it? What way? Now, listen to this. That talent, you can turn it into a what? A skill. Isn't it? You can turn that talent into a skill. Now, this skill comes in handy when you retire at 60. Is it okay? At 60, or beyond 50 and above. Now, that's what I'm using my skill every day because I am 50 and I am 59. Every other day, I have people to speak to. Because at this age, you are supposed to be a counselor, you are supposed to be a coach, a life coach, you are supposed to be a mentor, you are supposed to be a role model, and it can only be this if you took time to learn these what? Skills. I'm telling you. Because at 60, nobody wants to employ history. If you are a master. Nobody. In some schools, they even wish that you died yesterday so that they can bring a new one from Makerere University. Now, you must make sure you develop these skills at this stage so that when you are 60 and above, is it okay? You go back to your talent. Like I'm doing right now. If you need a lot of money, I'm going to this thing, and nobody has got to be what? Speaking. It is only by doing this you can turn your talent into a skill. By one, training. You can train by doing duty at school. By the way, a school trains you in all these skills. Is it okay? A school, if teachers knew, a school trains them in 90% of what they need to survive after what? 60. It will teach you in communication, it will teach you in self-discipline, it will teach you in loyalty, it will teach you in building everything you will need it. And at 60. And I'm going to say the guys are moving again. And it's super yakuma, and the pressure yakuma. No because yakucha wadakubanga wayenda. That is when you realize that these skills are important. And I'm going to be very sincere with you by the way. Name a guy you get, to God. Because some of this truth is bitter. Is it okay? It's bitter, it's dangerous. Especially when somebody here is at this time. But I'm going to be very blunt, B-L-U. This is B-R-U. And very blunt. I was talking to some students, some teachers, and somebody says, I receive this call. I don't see any future in me. I said, no, you have known now. So you have done what? I can give you some lessons because I'm a personal what? Coach. So you turn your talent into a skill by training with students. You have an opportunity to train with what? Students now. Guidance and counseling. You become a counselor. All of them want to go but maybe it's not possible. Again, I'm going to go to a million in the car. Kugera mugezi kapota mwala sika kagenda kajude kama kajude nani nanyanja ku mulyango kali machi and you are a teacher. I know one of those motivational people. They called him and he said, if you don't do this in million, I don't do what? Come, I can give you some of 2 million. Can you imagine? But for you, when they give you facilitation, no, do not permitting money from their skill, talents. Because you're just going to facilitate. Kamas. History. When no one's going to follow Kumiki. The other time I was going to hold the Kampala. Now let's go to us. I'm never going to see the roads. This was our roads. The skill I have for communication is unwavering. Because I put in my time to train. I want you to train, fellow teachers, please. Train. Go on the assembly and train. Go and give guidance and counseling. Go and lead duty so that when you are 60, and it's good I'm talking to people who are going to be 60, please, you are going to be handy. Is it okay? So train as hard. Whenever you have an opportunity to speak, please do it yesterday. Let me give you an example. I know Sakon knows it. There has never been an assembly in my school which I don't address. Because it is my training what? Ground. You ask him. It is my training ground. That's why I've become an authority. But I know teachers, he has been in school for 35 years. He's even waiting for the time he's going to do what? To retire. But he has never addressed an assembly. He said that is maybe a headmaster. Can you imagine? It's my training ground. When I have an assembly at school, I drive at 140 kilometers per hour. Because I must speak at the assembly. I'm now making money from speaking. The first thing you should always do is to train yourself. And use the avenues in the school to train. Number 2, practice. Practice. Ronaldo is a great footballer, but he trains hardest in the world. Is it okay? He trains hardest in the world. Because in this world, whenever you have an opportunity to do something, please, teachers, try to do it in the best way you can. But make sure you do it better. If you are teaching history, I'm telling you, if you want to benefit from that thing, do it in the best way you can. But make sure you do it what? Better. Make sure you do it what? Better. Because what you are doing is not the best way. So make sure you train. Number 2, you practice. Number 3, you get a role model. It could be your head teacher. It could be your father. It could be your mother. It could be your sheikh. But there must be a role model in your life. Is it okay? There must be a role model. Number 4, you must have a mentor. You must have a mentor. That person you look up to. Whenever you have a challenge, you can always ask, how did I do it? How did I do it? Because teachers, let me tell you this. When you retire at 60, and you just send me a teacher, and I'll tell you the progression, I'll tell you. And they just send me a teacher. When you retire, you can give about 40 million. Is it okay? Then there's a thing here about the talk once a month. Maybe when I retire next year, the minimum they give is about 130 million. Is it okay? Then every month they will give you 1 million. 1.1, 1.2. Plus all of these. You think I can't survive? You think I can't survive? We'll get up with Uganda. I know teachers don't want to become what? Head teachers. Simply because of the fear where they're going to do what? Positive. But I'm telling you, the teachers, with all the harmonies, you must always try to become what? To grow in your profession. You must strive to grow in your what? Profession. You can't be better than an accounting officer. You cannot. You can't. You can't. Whenever you have an opportunity to grow, whether you are married, whether you are what, I'm telling you at 60, no guys about what can be doing. Now we're what can be doing. That's why most marriages break down. abakukoye ngale mukwata kubata bachana tika vayo nothing kubanga yakowadda kati problem kusholowoza kuga mukazi ndagala mukazi musete bametekanya nange mwenye batetekanya. I'm also looking for a woman to tetekanya me so that my penis can do what? You also want me to do somebody can imagine. Isn't that the reality? Now, so make sure you train, you practice, you get a role model, get a mentor, become problem solver, become a decision maker. You must. If you want to grow your talent into a skill, get a role model. Do research. Go and do research about that. Go and, even if it is cookery, even if it is begging my fellow teachers, don't sit down and say, me, I am already designed to faith. You can make a beginning yesterday. Is it okay? By the way, the best way in this world to make life move faster, is it okay? And better, always add value to your work. This workshop is going to add value to many of you. Always make sure you add value to yourself. If you want to earn more in this world, in terms of money, in terms of friendship, make sure you add value to your work. Please. And I'm going to show you how you can add value to yourself. On a daily basis, your husband will love you more, your children will love you more, your teacher will love you more, your commissioner will love you more, because you have added value to your work. I have a lot of invitations now. Because I added value to myself, I did not concentrate on the economics I taught. No. Not on accounts I taught very well. No, not on the geography. I added value to my what? Myself. And I want you to add value to yourself. I am telling you the sky will be your what? Destiny. You're joking. Now, when that talent comes into your skill, you start making money. If you want to become, to get a fortune, you turn it into what? He mentioned a competence. This world wants excellent people. This world is after competency. This world is after what? Competence. I want you to become excellent in teaching history. Become a competent